I got for selling me clothes, jobs for selling me blanket. If ever I live for the soldier again, devil show me sergeant. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Mac Tightwad here. Very impromptu, come off late. Messaged David, a couple of people, just to see if they could do. What's it? It's a Wednesday. It's Wednesday today, isn't it? Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, I get mixed up with the days doing shifts. But yeah, Mrs. Tightwad said, yeah, go over the woods. So I've got some plans for you for my next 2 rest days, and take Mr. Harper with you. And he's loving that. He's killing the stick. So we just picked up the old covert spot, left up to David covert spooky, and first order of the day is get a brew on, and that's just bubbling there now. I'll might talk about that later. I've got myself a new little gas stove, like not a lot of cash, but took ages to come. I even sort of didn't think it was going to turn up. But yeah, ladies and gents, yeah, a couple of bits that I've been making, and as you can see here, the old covert spots are a bit bare now, but I think this is roughly about the time, well no, it was after Christmas, but same sort of foliage was when we first found it, hence we built that little screen, which won't camouflage you but will break up your outline if somebody's looking inwards. But yeah, very muddy because it's been raining, but that doesn't stop. Like, we are the geezers, aren't we?
Oh, we're hardcore, that's why.
We're hardcore, as long as we can get out. And so is Mr. Harper. He saw his food in his bowl going my day set today, and he done the old Muttley impression. His tail was going so fast I thought he was going to take off. He loves it though, he loves it. Anyway, ladies and gents, yeah, that's get that brew on and some couple of cookies there because I'm starving, not even had my breakfast. I'll see you later on. Take care. Alright, ladies and gents, David's recently had a birthday there, and he's got himself a Tatonka 3x3 tarp, which was something he wanted. Nice little bit of kit, like the colour, certainly blend in. That's a Tatonka. Not cheap, but I'll tell you what, this material is really like cloth-like, fire resistant, so it's not cheap. Nicely made though. Something, you know, casting me eye over it. The old zigzag stitches there, nicely hemmed and that. And as they've just been saying, if this was like a DD, nothing wrong with the DDs, but them being sort of plasticky, nylon-y, one, you can't have them nowhere near a fire. This is proper fire resistant, and they'd be flapping about making a hell of a noise in the wind, which they all do. But I mean, no, this one's almost like cloth-like, but obviously really nice quality bit of kit there. I'd love to be able to get hold of that material. You know, thinking it's not going to be cheap. Here's Mr. Harper. Well, basically he's eating wood, isn't he? But yeah, nice tie-out points on that. Again, not a mega cheap tarp or anything, but yeah, you certainly get what you pay for with this, and you'll be spanking underneath there with a hammock or all sorts. It's come with some, you know, the high-vis tie-outs and that. But yeah, nice little bit of kit. Mr. Harper's obviously making use of it. Look at him, Harper. Yeah, I'm quite liking that. Anyway, bring you back. Look at him, Harper. Right, like, just a little update on my old sack there. Back. Good. I found it again. I couldn't find it at night when I was making it. I've just sewn a Great Britain patch there. A little bit of history behind this. I think the old back patch in Canada at the PX, QD aircraft. I was meant to sew it on there. I literally found it underneath the actual sewing machine. Done a couple of little bits more on that. Like I say, it was hot off the press last time we saw it. You've seen all the inside, but all I've done is sew 2 flaps over it. That's to stop. I always advise doing this to stop anything coming out the sides. You never want to lose any of your gear, no matter what's going on. So when that's done up, I've done it slightly differently in that there's a piece of 50mm elastic there. So as that pouch gets bigger and taller, bearing in mind that flap you can actually take a lot more, there's a lot of give in that as well. So I've just done that. It just gives me a bit of movement in there and that as well. Simple to do. Last time all I did was just do the 2 flaps, but there's no movement there, and I just wanted to do it like that. So that's the old rucksack. finished, and you know, I just love the size of it. 12 by 12 by 6 inches wide. And like I say, you've seen all the inside in that last time, ladies and gents. But that's now completely finished to my satisfaction. Anyway, take care. Yeah, ladies and gents, obviously I do like to get out where I can, but literally it's been raining and drizzling for the last couple of days.
Is that right?
Raining and drizzling for the last couple of days. Yeah, everything's soaking and that, so we're persevering. He wants to give the old new kettle a first burn off, and yeah, just it's easy, as David said, to start a fire with the, you know, the wood that you gather in the summer, but when it's been literally everything soaking, it's just slightly harder, and it's a good to, you know, get it done in, you know, all weathers and all conditions and that. So you see how smoky that is. But yeah, that's our next brew there. Yeah. Not going to have too much to eat today because I'm taking Mrs. Tightwad out for a meal tonight. I was informed. It's Mr. really doing what he does best. Yeah, but yeah, this, as David just said, yeah, you got to get a fire going in all weathers and that, and literally everything's just soaking wet. I mean, even Mr. Harper is so muddy, it's unbelievable, soaking wet. But that don't stop you doing what you want to do, does it, ladies and gents? Of course not. Right, ladies and gents, yeah, I just remembered one of the people left a comment on my last video asking me about this knife, and it's hard to explain in type, and the message didn't come up with a reply button to press, like so, and some of the comments haven't. I keep looking back, and I reply to everybody as soon as I can, and YouTube just mucking about with no reply button sometimes. So just for the gentleman and everybody else there, this is a Keith 0 pence knife that Keith made. Started off life as a farrier's file, hence you can see all the detail on it, which I love. I describe this as my camp knife, my go-to knife. You know, a real workhorse, lovely thick, beautiful piece of steel, and it's quite hard to see now because it's got somebody put a paracord wrap on there for me. That's got food grade handles, food grade plastic, so it literally is quite a robust knife. Do anything with it, not scared to bang it about. It's not a shiny thing, it is a workhorse, and I know, and obviously I don't want to sharp as you would like. You know, I'll give that a lovely strop every now and again, and that is just, I mean, you can just take feathers off of that, literally. So there you go, and that's a sheath. Can't remember where I got the sheath, but how much? Well, Keith hand makes stuff, and I came home one night and said, oh, I like your knife, and Keith 0 pence said, well, you know, Ed, I quite like that brown tarp, and so it was a little bit of a trade there. I got the knife that I liked, and as you said, he got a handmade tarp, and you know, I threw in some other bits. I can't remember what they were now. It's going back a little bit, but yeah, most certainly a very robust, unique one-off knife that's been made here by a UK knife maker who has a lot of skill, and hopefully that answers your question, mate. You know, it's a cracking little knife, and it's just a proper workhorse. But anyway, so hopefully, mate, that answers your question. Like I say, I couldn't do it all in type, and it doesn't have a reply button to your comment on my last video. Take care. Right, ladies and gents, the most eagerly awaited point. David has 2 new knives, so it's a little knife porn show. Over to David.
Yeah, well, it's a little project. I like creating and making things, and I saw this knife, which is the Condor Kephart knife, on YouTube. I thought, oh, I like that. I had a little look for it, and you can pick them up for £45 with the all done with the sheath. But on Heiney Haynes, they're selling the blanks, and to me that's our little project. You know.
You love it, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Makes the knife yours.
Yeah, well, it does, because I'll only buy the normal one and change it and muck around with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So basically, this is the knife. So you get it as a blank. And I think the one you actually buy has actually got a coating on it, which I would take that off as well anyway. Yeah. And put my own scales on. This is olive wood. And
you got that from a chopping board, mate?
Yeah, the chopping board.
Beautiful grain on it, mate. Yeah. Beautiful.
Really comfortable in the hand. Obviously, you design it to the way you want it. It's not a big knife, and it's not that thick. But I quite like, you know, smaller, lightweight knives in your pockets or somewhere, you know. And to be honest, I'm really pleased with it. Now, it didn't take too long, you know, for the time and effort put into it. don't, you know, if it weren't the gluing process, you could have it done like in a couple of hours, a few hours. And sheath. Now this is some Kydex, and just a lightweight sheath for it.
And I'm quite impressed with that, mate. One, with the ability, it just grips it like a Virgin's fanny, doesn't it? No.
Yeah.
And I like the way you've done the paracord on it, mate.
Yeah, that's only because I didn't have the proper studs
No, but,
to put
I mean,
in there, so I made something that, you know, what would you do if you didn't have that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
still inventive, mate. And you know, the knife loop, keep it simple.
Ain't coming out.
Oh no, as I say, like Virgins.
And I like that hanging sort of thing.
Because you doubled it over, and that's how you put it on your belt, didn't you?
Yeah,
I
so
brought it to your
comes
belt.
from the same thing. But as I was looking on Heine Haynes, I then come across another blank.
This is the one Tightwad's taken a shine to.
And this is the Enzo Necker, and I bought that at blank as well. So if you're going to do one, might as well do two. And, and I wanted sort of two to go together now. So done the same thing with the sheath. The knife itself is very tightening out.
It's got a bit
from
of
the same bit, actually from the same bit of wood, because what I did when I cut these scales, I cut it in half. So this is the same piece of wood, and same sort of thing really. And this is the so an Enzo, the Necker, Scandi grind, razor sharp.
That is scary sharp, mate. Yeah. When I've had a little play with that, I would like to get a knife in my hand. Lovely. And obviously, mate, it's hard to explain. You know, the stuff you treat your wood with, it's got the most really soft satin finish, but it's robust as.
Yeah, it's tough. You know.
Do you want to tell people just what you're using again, mate?
It's called Osmo, and it just gives like a wax oil coating. It's a mixture of all different, natural ingredients, but it just gives it. It goes on there. Once you leave it there, it's like putting 4 coats of linseed oil on or something like that. Does it in one hit, and then I do go over a bit more, like wax over the end, rub it all down and just
But that's meant for really massively high traffic, protection for wood floors, mate. Yeah.
So that was a blank, and I don't know how much they are, the actual knife, because you can buy them as they are with the scales and the sheath. But that was £20 for the blank, and that was £20 for blank. So 40 quid. You got two. A little bit of work.
Yeah.
And you got yourself. Well, I've got myself 2 really nice.
That's
little
nice, mate. Yeah, I love the handles on them, mate. And like I say, we talked about the old scales and that. It's nice, mate. Yeah. So 40 quid, mate. 2 top end knives.
Yeah, I like Kydex, and it goes together quick. Kydex, it don't take long to make it.
No, and there's nothing to go wrong, is there?
No. And if it don't work out, you just reheat it, reshape it again.
Yeah. And I like the way you obviously lattice that one up there, mate. That's nice.
So
that's
put that
your necker.
Put that round my neck, and that one will go on my belt.
Because that one, just show them little knots that you do, mate. So you can have the necker put up close. You see that little thing?
Sorry. It's just basically you put a knot around the actual on either end. You just over flap them.
Yeah.
So that's it there, and just
do a simple
knot. A knot there.
So you can pull that up close to your neck, so it's not hanging down. You're going to get caught in things and stuff. Right?
And plus, it's designed for lots of other things. So if you want to connect 2 bits of paracord together, do it this way. Once it's pulled tight, that ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
But I use it as as adjustment for.
Yeah. You pull them 2, and then you get exactly where you want it. Yeah. Sometimes you want it tight and close in, and other times when you're going to be using it a lot. Yeah. No, I'm quite impressed by that, mate.
And if it does get tagged around your neck, you pull it.
It's going to give a
bit, you know what I mean? So you ain't going to strangle yourself straight away. So.
No, some nice there, mate, and a nice bit of work there. And like you say, even if you'd have bought them as per rather than the blanks, you always like to make them your own, mate. And
but it was quite funny that I found this and I saw it, and they had a blank for it. I thought, oh right, brilliant, you know what I mean? Because I was interested just buying the knife itself.
Yeah.
So that was like sort of, oh brilliant, I'll get the blank for it.
No, 40 quid, 2 top end knives, mate.
Yeah.
That have had what I call your number one. Right? I mean, it's the first time you bought them out, and I think the bigger one you just want more work in it, because like shaving stuff, cutting stuff, it's just not how you like it.
No. So I'm going to change the edge on it slightly to get it so it bites into the wood a bit more. But it's a right usable knife.
Yeah. No, nice one. Anyway, ladies and gents, knife porn session has now finished. Take care. Right, ladies and gents, yeah, little idea, you know, like the metal mugs and that. Scottish, we used to put a piece of gaffer tape so we didn't burn our lips and that. But what these are, that's a little tight one idea, and I always like pass things on, is, do you know, the wristbands, you know, you get them for charities and all sorts. I thought, well, that'll probably stretch over there, and as you see my cup, it's got 2 on. I think that's a good idea. Obviously if you've got a load of flame coming up the side, you know, that's going to cause you a problem, but other than that, put your lip to that and you don't burn your lips, and it's quite simple, easy to come off, easy to come on, and you know, they don't cost a great deal. Obviously I managed just to pick up a few, but just David's just pointed out, you know, they come in all shapes and sizes, and I managed to get hold of some of black, but it says say no to knives. And then a website for the youth to visit, which is probably isn't a bad idea, but yeah, it's just how ironic it is, say no to knives. But it's not a bad little idea, because you just don't burn your lip there, mate, do you?
I'd say I use the Heroes ones on my ones,
yeah.
And yeah, it just stops that burning of it when you first touch it.
Touch it, yeah, especially if they're titanium, because that really does absorb heat.
Yeah.
No, anyway,
it did make me laugh out when I
say no to knives.
No, yes, we like knives.
Oh no, we like knives, but yeah, only where they're appropriate and they never cause alarm, harassment or distress to the public. And obviously from A to B they're in, out of sight. Yeah, IPK, might just do a little chat on that in a minute. Take care.